Mark Berman.
Hey, Stephen, could you talk about Gerald Green? I know y'all had to release him. Some thoughts about what you saw and the potential maybe of him being back at some point.
Oh, I mean, for someone to be here for 2 weeks and become one of my favorite players of all time, who I didn't know before I came here. He's like everything you want. He's ready. He has ability. He came in the games and was effective. He listens. It was just a numbers game, really. And hopefully, you know, he gets an opportunity to come back here or keep playing or whatever. But like everything that we are about, Gerald Green is. And it was a sad day to sit with him yesterday. Rafael and I sat down with him yesterday and told him the deal, and he was nothing but professional, complimentary, just like Houston till he dies. And just that was one of the harder things that I've had to do since I've been head coach is waive him. But he's still going to be a part of the family, obviously, and we're going to figure out a way, if he doesn't get picked up by anybody else, for him to be a Rocket, which is what he should be.
Ali Kambajani.
Hey, Stephen, I know it's still a few days away, but have you made a determination of what your starting lineup will be to start the season?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm still working through a few things and trying to figure out where guys can be most successful, which groups work best together. So we had a good scrimmage today. We played 2 quarters, and it was good to see different combinations of guys, and we're still kind of working through that.
Jonathan Fagan.
Kind of along those same lines, about 9 to 12 guys could have been considered in the rotation in the preseason games. How deep do you want to go for regular season games, and roughly the kind of minutes you have in mind for starters, regulars?
Yeah, it's really hard to say right now. I mean, we would probably like to go 10 deep, but like you said, we had 11, 12 guys who were competitive and played well and showed that they deserve to be in the rotation. So that's going to be a hard one. Obviously, our starters and our veteran guys are going to get the majority of the minutes and the opportunity, but we have younger guys, younger, defensive-minded, athletic guys who are going to be fighting out those last couple spots.
Are any guys limited in terms of the playing time you can give if you so choose?
No.
Thanks.
Cody Davis.
Hey, Coach. Throughout the preseason, we saw a lot of three-point shots as we expected, but how much are you planning to utilize the mid-range game in the low post, especially now since you have a big like DeMarcus Cousins?
Yeah, we'll use the post up some. We're kind of staying away from the mid-range, although that's something that we do work on a little bit just because when it counts the most, right? So fourth quarter and you need a bucket, you might have to go to the mid-range, and that needs to be something that you worked on. In the playoffs, when the team has scouted you and knows all of your tendencies and plays and actions, you might have to get to a mid-range shot. So when it's most important to have that in our toolbox, that's something that we'll be sure to have. What was the other part of your question? I'm sorry.
How much will you utilize the low post with DeMarcus Cousins on the team?
Right, the post-ups. Yeah, so we will post up as well with Cuz. He's obviously very effective down there. We'll put James down there as well. Definitely not afraid to get to the post-up game if we get in the paint, closer to the basket. We don't want post-ups off the lane line and in the mid-range area. We want them hopefully to get 2 feet in the paint on the catch, but if not, relatively close.
Kaylee Griffin.
Coach, this Rockets team obviously a lot different than last year. OKC that you faced on opening night looks a lot different than the team that was there last year as well. As you're going through preparation for opening night, how much are you focused on maybe what you saw out of OKC in their first preseason games, and how much is just really focused in on your team and making sure you guys have all of your concepts down?
Right now, it's all about us. Right now, we are concentrating on what we can do night to night, game to game, to be good on both ends of the excuse me, to be good on both ends of the floor. Pretty soon, we'll start diving into OKC. I've been watching them, and the assistant coaches have been watching them, but we need to be on our stuff before we get to their stuff.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.